Good morning, friends. I am in the garden this morning. I've got a few minutes that I've got to harvest some squash and zucchini. I probably should have already harvested it by now, but it is bright and early and the wind is blowing. It feels pretty cool out here, which is rare. So I'm going to harvest, drink my coffee, and take y'all along with me and enjoy the morning. My sunflowers have gotten huge. They are probably 7 feet tall now. These are the mammoth sunflowers. And every time I come into the garden, I just love looking up at these. Every time I come out here, they have just gotten bigger and bigger. So I'm excited to see how these look once they start to bloom. Here's kind of a look at what they look like in the middle. I can't reach the other ones, but there's a sunflower. I finally planted the rest of my sweet potato slips and they look like they are doing pretty good. So it rained yesterday. It rained a light rain for several hours, so they got a drink and they are thriving. I'm excited to see what they look like in the next week or so. These are tomatoes and peppers that my cousin, he has raised these from seed, and he made this setup right here this weekend, and he put bags on the end, that way no one would hit their head on there. But he is doing this method. I think it's called umbrella something. I'm not sure. I'll put that on the screen. But these tomato plants, he has done a great job. They're looking beautiful. That one is struggling a little bit, so not really sure what's going on there. It may be a disease. And I am seeing a ton of zucchini that is ready. There's a squash down there. And then here is my Covington sweet potato slips. They have grown about 3 times the size since I've planted them. And then my sweet little Georgia Jets right there, they are doing great. It took them a while. I think they went into some shock, but I did find a huge caterpillar on them. So now I know that several of them that have died, I think it was because of the caterpillars. So I'm not finding any more worms in the garden lately, but I have found a squash vine borer, and I did not get to kill that one. So whenever I saw that one Saturday morning and I missed it, whenever I tried to kill it, I was like, oh great, the squash vine borers, they're here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get to harvesting our squash and zucchini. I have so many squash and zucchini that are already in the fridge, and I should have definitely harvested these yesterday. Oh my words, this one is huge. Oh wow, how am I gonna cut these? Okay. So we got one that was up under there. There's a slug. Oh my gosh, this one is gigantic. It pretty much is the length of my basket. Oh, the end of that one's, that bloom has rotted. So I've got to wash that. That's okay, I'm breaking some of them off by accident. But that'll be okay because I'm going to go ahead and cut these up and freeze them. Wow. So from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants. From 5 plants, I've already gotten a nice sized basket full. So I've got my helpers out here with me now. They're gonna help me. You wanna help me pick some squash?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it for
Okay.
too.
Let's go down here. I'm surprised you wanted to film. Look at this one. It's a big one, isn't it?
Let me take a picture of it.
You are?
No, take a picture of a squash.
Well, you can take a picture of it after. You still videoing?
Yeah. Hey, Joanna.
Your hand's in the way. Is your hand in the way?
No.
Oh my goodness.
What?
We should have came out here the other day. Look at that. Oh my goodness, we have got a full basket and I am not even finished collecting. What do you think about that, Joanna? I'm glad we all love squash. There is plenty of it. There is 3 of them. Can you get these for me, Lincoln? Can you grab those? Go put it in the basket, Joanna. Can you get the rest of those, Lincoln? The 2 big ones that are still down there? Here, I'll hand them to you and then you go put them in the basket. There's one.
Why does these have these pokey things on them?
Here.
Why do they have these on them?
That helps it from birds and bugs getting it. Come here, Joanna. Come down here. These flowers are so pretty and the bees are everywhere. Whew.
Can I do it?
Okay, there's 2 more.
Can you pick it up for me and I'll put them back?
Sure. Okay, here's one. Go put that one and then I'll give the other one to Joanna. Here, Joanna. Can you go put it in the basket? That one had a slug on it. Thank you. Thank you. So here is Reagan's Tahitian melon squash, and it has just exploded in growth. It is beautiful. But he's got a squash right there, and there's another one where that bloom is. And then he's got one right here that's already a nice size. I'm excited to see how these look, and I'm excited for him because he's just done a great job. Look how long this plant is. It's going all the way and growing up the fence. So we have harvested a basket full of squash and zucchini. I'm gonna go check on the cucumbers. Can you put that in there, Joanna?
Can I do it?
You're gonna carry it? All right, thank you. So this basket, oh my word, this is so heavy. I should probably go weigh it and see how much we have.
Yep, go weigh it.
So here's our cucumbers. They are looking pretty rough. I probably have not been taking care of them like I should, but we've had a lot of stink bugs. But there are some cucumbers that are ready to be picked. I had a goal this year to make pickles and I could have done that, but I honestly just have not had enough time. I don't even have the pickling lime, so that might be a goal for next year. And I'm okay with that because I did can green beans for the first time and I'm proud of that. So at least that goal was met. Joanna, you've got to stay in here with me. Come on. Come here. Maybe my next video should be the real life of gardening with children, small children, because it is not easy, and that would show the real life of that. So here is a look at our 4 rows of Big Mama beans, and here is an idea of what they look like. They are massive and we are just letting them go to seed now. So we will have a ton of seed for next year. But then I had a thought last night, and I always have these thoughts whenever I'm going to sleep, and I'm sure that's like a lot of people, but I had the thought that from the extra seed that I have, that's just going to be like dried beans.
No.
So not only have I canned 43 quarts of green beans, and we've eaten green beans fresh, but I'll also have enough seed for next year, and then I'll have seed or beans that I can or keep dry. So I thought that was pretty neat. I don't know why we didn't think of that last year, that from letting them go to seed, that we can have beans from that. Almost like a black bean. So this is where the sugar snaps were. So when we pulled those up, my grandmother had transplants that were in a pot, just like those right there. And that is a winter squash. And so those have been planted all the way down. So the English peas were down there, so she just put those there. Here, Joanna. We're gonna give these to Grandmama, okay? Can you go put this in the basket?
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm doing it right there.
Joanna, look. Yeah, go put them in the basket and we'll go take them to Grandmama, okay? Can you go put that in the basket? Thank you. I just saw some over here. Here's one. Oh, there's another one back here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So this one got missed, but it's kind of a yellowish color. And I think from, ow.
I can't carry.
Here, I'll get you one, Lincoln.
No. I can't. Can I have more big one?
Here's a perfect one, Lincoln.
No, I'll hold this one.
Okay, here, Joanna. You take this one, and Lincoln will take this one. Can y'all go put it in the basket?
No.
Watch out for the sweet potatoes. So I think last year, I remember that whenever they started to turn that yellowish color, I'm not sure what that means, but I remember when that happened, that it was getting close to the end of harvesting the cucumbers. The stink bugs are still here. Uh-oh. She's upset that he had that big cucumber. Oh, watch out for the sweet potatoes. Right here, whenever we first come into the garden, that is actually a collard from last fall. So we just decided to leave it, and the bug damage did get really bad, but it's coming back now and it's actually grown quite a bit. So we're just gonna leave that there and see what happens. Here's a quick look at the lima beans. I'll have to go back and look at how long I've had these since I planted them, but I feel like they are taking a really long time.
Mom, I see.
All right, so here's our harvest, a basket full. It is so heavy, I need to hold the basket from the bottom. Thanks to my helpers. This was fun, Lincoln. Beautiful basket of squash, zucchini, and cucumbers. I just noticed this beautiful flower. Wow. There's some more blooms right there. That's gorgeous. Cheese! Cheese! Well, that is it for today. That is our harvest. A huge basket full of squash and zucchini. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and that is a glimpse of harvesting and gardening with small children. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day and stay tuned for the next video. Bye y'all.